In today's tutorial, we're learning how to make this really cool presentation where you have 3 pictures, and as soon as you click, you zoom into one part and get some extra information. As soon as you click again, you move to the next part and you click once more to go to the other part. It's a really cool looping animation, but there's an extra bonus where it's also interactive. So no matter which one you like to click on, it will go to that part. And then again, you can click on either side to move to that specific part of the presentation. So you don't have to go in a linear way. You can really customize the presentation and get some interaction going in your group. And you can always loop back to the beginning of your presentation. This tutorial I've split up into multiple parts. First, we'll look for the images, then we'll divide them in 3 parts on the slide. We'll create the content slides, then we'll look at making them interactive, and eventually we'll look at animating these slides in completion. Now, if you want to save some time while making presentations, I also make presentation templates available that you can download via the link in the description below, and it will save you a lot of effort and time in your next project. Let's start with the first part, which is looking for the images. And we're starting from a blank slide. Now, if you want the images, you can go to the Insert tab and then click on Icons. If you're working on a Windows, this will be Insert Stock Footage. Then you can go to the Images tab, and here you can type in anything that you want. For example, nature, and that will give you nature pictures. Now, if you don't like these pictures or you want something more specific, you can always use external apps like Unsplash, for example. So let's jump into Unsplash, unsplash.com, and here you can also type in something more. For example, if you want pictures from Bali, you can just type in Bali, and this will give you a lot of pictures. We're looking for the free license pictures, and then you can select whichever one you like most. I think something with a temple would be nice. Let's go for this light one. Click the image, download, and let's choose large. Now we go back and we type something else, for example, Norway. Scroll down, see if we find any images that we like. I kind of like this one here with the contrast of the water and the green. Download. And then let's look for one more. For example, a canyon. I think that red color will contrast nice with the others. So let's see if we can find something like this. I think that will be perfect. Let's go for this one. It's visually a very nice image. So download. And now we jump back into PowerPoint. And here we drag the images that we've downloaded into the PowerPoint. You can put them to the side. So let's already order them just a little bit. But we can see that the width of the images isn't perfect. So for that, we click the image. We go to width. And here we want to type in 11.28. And that will make the width of the image 11.28 centimeters. And that is exactly 1/3 of the slide. So let's do that for the others as well, 11.28. Now we can see that the height isn't the same either, but we can already position them nicely in the middle. There we go, perfectly aligned. And now we have to recrop. So right click, crop, and then drag the image downwards. And then we can scale it and position it in the middle. The reason why we didn't, if we selected, uncheck this box, is because if we uncheck it, we no longer link it, but then it sort of distorted the image. So that's why I prefer to do it step by step. And then let's also increase the height for this one so that it meets the top and the border of the bottom of the slide. And then for the final one, also here, we increase and we center it in the middle. And this is how we get the perfect 3-part split in our slide. So it's the base of the slide that we want to work with. Now, as a final thing before we start duplicating is you want to change the background color. So move the image aside, right click, format background, and let's give this a solid dark fill. This way, if we duplicate the image, the background is already formatted. So now we go to the creation of the more detailed content slides. And for that, we right click, duplicate the slide. And let's start with the one in Indonesia first. So we want to expand this one. That means the 2 other ones will shrink. So right click, crop, and set the crop mark to something smaller. For a nice effect, you can also crop the image with it and still center it. I think that will look quite good. Maybe a bit zoomed in so we get some movement when we use the transition. Do the same for the other one, so crop. Here we can see the guideline so that we're on the same height. And then we can see the extra guidelines here in the 2 small images. That means the size is perfectly the same. Now we scale the image down a bit, reposition, and put it to the right. And this gives us a lot of working room for the large image. So select the big image from Bali, crop, adjust the crop marks until they meet the 2 small ones, and then also increase the picture like this. If you want more room to work with, you can also, because I think this square is a bit too small, I'm going to reduce it in size by just a bit and then extend these images. Let's make these a bit larger. There we go, same size, and then readjust this one. I think this is a better or a more realistic area to put some text in later on. Now let's add some text to the slide. One large text box. We call this Indonesia. Make the font white. And for the font, we're going to use Sign Painter. Let's increase it to 75, maybe a bit larger, and center it in the middle. What I like to do is I like to give this a drop shadow. So right click, Format Shape, Text Options, and give the text some shadow. That way it stands out better against the background. Now we do another text box here, and we give it the name of the temple, so Ulun Danu Temple. Also here a white font, and I think a Sign Painter for the title will also be good, or the subtitle, let's call it. And then drag a text box below. And this we're going to fill up with some dummy text. Reduce the font size. I think 12 will be good. For the font, let's try Avenir. Let's try Avenir next, and a light version. I think that looks a bit cleaner. Maybe we can go for 13. That will be good. So this is our first slide. Now we want to duplicate this version. Right click, duplicate. And now let's move around the content a bit. So the picture, we start with the large image, right click, crop. And we adjust the crop marks so that they meet until the bottom of the smaller ones and also get the same width. Hold Control and scroll backwards to zoom out, or use this toggle switch here at the bottom. And then we readjust the picture size so that it becomes a bit smaller, and we center everything in the middle. This one we drag all the way to the left. If you drag, if you don't hold the Shift key, you can move up or down. If you hold the Shift key, you will move in straight horizontal or vertical lines, so that is pretty helpful. The one on the right can remain, and then the one in the middle, we can right click, crop, and expand this one to the full area. Also here, expand the entire image, center it in the middle. Make sure that we don't leave any gaps. Give it some room. There we go. And here we can see that we have two boxes on the left and the right. And that is a bit difficult to put some content in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the selection so that the crop mark meets the border here. And I'm going to fill this up with the content. But I don't want to use the entire thing, so I'm going to adjust the crop marks of the sides and kind of expand the sides. And this gives us a similar room to work with, but it adds some diversity on the slide. And then we fill it with the content. Let's increase the size of a text box, balance everything nicely. And then we change this to Norway. Let's call it Lofoten Islands. And then also change the content, paste as text only, so we keep the normal formatting. There we go. Reposition a bit, and this already looks quite nice. And this is more balanced, so if you have those gaps on the side, it didn't look right. I think this looks a bit better. And now we can copy either of those slides. You can also copy this one because it already has those side images perfectly. So I'm perfectly adjusted, so I'm going to copy that one. You can also do it with the other, that doesn't matter. Make this one smaller, the one from Indonesia, like we did with the previous one. Scale it down, center it in the middle, and then put it to the side. This one from the island, that can now follow, so I'm just going to drag it to the side. And now we can adjust the canyon one, the large one, and make that one full size. To readjust it so we get as much of the picture visible as possible. And then maybe here this light shining through, that is the emphasis of the picture. Drag our text boxes to the side, and then change the text. In this case, United States. And then we have the Antelope Canyon. Also here we modify the text. Paste as, keeps text only for the same formatting. And there we go. And this is our third slide. So now we have created 4 slides. One, we have the starting point. We have the focus on Indonesia with some explanation. We have the focus on Norway. And as a 4th slide, we have the United States, the canyon. Now let's make this slide a little bit more interactive. So for that, we start from the opening slide. We select the image, go to Insert, Link. And here we say, if you click on this image, you want to link it or you want to go to slide 2. So we selected the Indonesia image. We want to go to the Indonesia slide. So that's slide 2. We do the same for Norway. Click on link, slide. This has to go to the Norway slide, which is slide 3. And we do the same for the last one, the Canyon slide. So that it's number 4. And that's number 4. So this way we don't have to go through 1, 2, and 3, but we can go in whichever direction or order that we want. You can do the same for the other slides, so the following ones. If you just click the small image, link, and you link that to the Norway slide, number 3, and the Canyon slide, number 4. Then you jump to the next presentation. You can go either to the Indonesia slide, so that's number 2, or the Canyon slide, which is number 4. And then as a final one, we do the same for slide, linking to Indonesia slide 2, and linking to the Norway slide, which is number 3. So this gives us quite a dynamic way of presenting. You can really jump from one way to another, and I kind of like that. Now, the only thing we have to do is add the transition, and that is select all the slides, transitions, and apply the morph transition. Now, I also like to duplicate the first slide and drag it all the way down, so we can make a nice loop out of it. And let's preview what we have. So now we have made our presentation with a 3-part images with 3 destinations, and whichever one you like to click first, let's say we click on the Norway part, it will open up and expand to the Norway slide, the content slide, and that gives you the option to click on either side. Let's go to number 1, Indonesia, opens up that part of the presentation. You can go to Norway again, or you can go to the other one. That doesn't really matter. You can choose whichever order that you like, and the morph transition will take care of the animations and kind of push the images around in a nice way. You can also just use the click function, so moving from one to the other slide, and do them in order. And then eventually, because we have that part at the end, you can go for a nice loop animation or a loop in your presentation. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to learn more about PowerPoint, make sure to drop a follow and watch the video on the screen right now.